Why did I start training jiu-jitsu? Well, quite a few years ago, I was a wrestler in college, and I got kicked off the team because of grades. I was being a bonehead young kid, first year of college, and ended up getting kicked off the team because of my grades. So I had a guy approach me about doing Muay Thai. So I started training Muay Thai. I had to do something. So it's like, and I really liked Muay Thai. I was having fun. I was having a good time. And then the first UFC came out. That first UFC kind of changed everything for a lot of people, because it's like, I remember watching, Hoist choking people and stuff like that. And I was, impressed. He was beating his strikers and stuff like that. And I was, it was something new and exciting. Well, then, when I really got motivated to watch was when he fought Den Severn. When he fought Den Severn was a bigger, better wrestler than I was. And I was like, holy cow, he just, this guy took him down, and then, Hoist wrapped his legs around him and made him tap out. And it's like, I was like, okay, I have to learn jiu-jitsu. Before that, I was like, I wanted to learn jiu-jitsu, but after that, fight, I was like, I have to learn jiu-jitsu, because it's like this little guy with jiu-jitsu beat this bigger, better wrestler than I am. And it's like, I have to learn jiu-jitsu now. And so, it's like I'm living in South Dakota, going to college. It's like I've got to continue going to college. I've got to, it's like, so what could we do? So we bought a VHS tape, which tells you how long I've been training, because it's like, VHS tapes, heck, most of us can't even remember what a VHS tape looks like. And so I sent off for a VHS tape, with Renzo Gracie, Craig Kukuk's instructional video, because it was supposedly better at the time than what what Rorion Gracie was putting out. They said that they really weren't teaching that much, and Renzo did a better job. So it's like I was learning Renzo Jiu-Jitsu, off of videotape. And it's like I had a few wrestler buddies, and we would drill the moves, and then we'd beat each other. It's like, but I was rough and stuff like that. Well, then a friend of mine moved to Texas, and he found a jiu-jitsu school, Carlos Machado, and he started training there. And it's like, I'm talking to him on the phone, and he's like, you should come down and train. So I scheduled, I think it was my next spring break. I went to Texas, and I started training jiu-jitsu. So I'm training jiu-jitsu for the week, and I'd write down everything, and I was trying to learn as much. I went to every single class, and, and it's like, and then, I'd head home and, take my notes, and I still have my, by then I'd bought a couple other tapes and stuff like that. And then I'd taken, keep training and learning. And I did well when I'd come down and roll with the guys that were here, but I was a wrestler, so it's like, I wasn't probably doing that much jiu-jitsu. I was just more doing wrestling. And after I did this about 5-6 times, I ended up becoming a national exchange student and moving to Texas and to train, so I could train more. I was very wrapped up. This is a couple years later, and I really don't think of my training starting until I got to Texas, because it's like what I was doing before wasn't even. It really wasn't training. It's like, so my game really took off when I moved to Texas, and that was 1997, August of 1997 when I moved here, and I started competing and stuff like that. And kind of the rest is history. But that's how I got involved in training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then everything else after that happened after that is kind of history. And it's like I ended up fighting in 1998, and I ended up going to Abu Dhabi in 1999, and or 2000 and 2001. I did Abu Dhabi, went in the national qualifiers. I went to Brazil in 1998. I went to Brazil in 2000, and then eventually fought in the UFC. So it's like that's how I got started in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.